Abusia for na of some makwa biem a higher for 1G that's cemetery basis some cause science and because all the latest updates such as cause Ghana no ye ma ba kumpo empautis that's just on sakabia no like we are no share ma onya so here inside on to keep updated yes already infini chimney and candy on chairman enche bia ana chese eye balloting course so chese eye GM nya number 8 ana eye baomia sunya number 1 nanso so nya nim kwan kra baomia fa so de nya number 1 no na 8 na eye NDC fo nya no sami gemfia ba bonten chechim say 8 na omanya no eye omo de papa because NPP for na a champion breaking the 8 you see no omo say 8 ni de eye GM na betima den atwa 8 na we nya nwe 4 we di kan ko one term second term no I bet was am na 8 no be completed the 8 into Omar reacted to this balloting. Now so enche bia na just a demonstration course what just the petitions a hold door e koma isi se wonhwe yi omo listing yema isi ye de enhwe na de idi makotene pan forensic audit eno no ba errors a hold door mo de omo identify ni na betima solve na sabria she speaking sami gemfi my intel kakra HSA eye nkofo isi IT for no mo omunje IT for nindi so investigation Kesi pa process na ebe shase and sakrampo na sa forensic ni ade no krampo di kan koso so IT system no investigation be koso papa NDC for ni abridge pa yenko se de omo be take some legal action against AEC and how reacted to a year number 8 on the ballot paper and say BCI a bit more boom. Yes, already
we're beginning to see a change in the posturing of the Electoral Commission. The fact that they actually decided to adopt the 24-hour economy, stayed awake and issued a press release as late as 1 a.m. indicating that they had received our petitions and they were considering it, and that at the right time we're going to hear from it. That was refreshing, and that was a marked improvement on the kind of belligerent, intransigent, arrogant posturing of the Electoral Commission we have seen in previous times.
And in the event they fail to honor your requests, what are you going to do?
Oh, well, we have said that we are going to stop at nothing in ensuring that the process is fair. And when I talk about the process being fair, I'm talking about the processes leading to the election, during and after. And one key milestone in that process is the production or the certification of a register that is credible.
Okay.
You see that it is the people of this country who have the right to decide who their leaders should be. Not Jane Mensa, not Bosman Asare, not those NPP foot soldiers who have been recruited into the Electoral Commission, some of whom are serving as IT consultants and so on. The people must decide. And so, any Ghanaian 18 years and above and of a sound mind who is registered must not be disenfranchised. They must be allowed to vote. And so we cannot have a situation where over 4,000 of these voters have been deleted from the register. We've presented the evidence. The EC has accepted it. We cannot have a situation where the voter transfer register is bloated by over 243,000 votes.
Okay.
That is unacceptable.
Okay.
And we cannot have a situation where over 15,000 people have been transferred illegally in violation of the law. All these illegal transfers must be reversed. But even before we do that, we need to investigate the IT systems, audit it, to check whether it is robust as claimed by the EC or it is porous. We think it is porous. And the leakages must be plugged for us to have a strong system that will engender the confidence we need for this election.
Okay, Sami, we'll still stay on the EC, but let me hold you on for a bit and just give our audience this piece of information. Now, Baumia picked number 1 with John Dramani Mahama, your candidates, picking number 8. Is that satisfactory for you?
I think that's a very good number for me.
Number 8 is a good number.
It's a very, very good number for me. Because what are we trying to achieve? What we're trying to achieve is for John Dramani Mahama, number 1, to break the 8 years of corruption, the 8 years of nepotism, the 8 years of, arrogance of power, economic mismanagement, which has plunged all of us into the mess we have on our hands. So that number 8 signifies the fact that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is coming to break that 8-year cycle we've seen, in the hands of the NPP, which has brought nothing but suffering, untold suffering and hardships on the people of this country. Another significance of the number 8 is the fact that our goal is for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to be able to serve a second term and to do 8 years, because the constitution of this country gives everybody the right to serve as president for a maximum period of 8 years. He's done 4 years, and the struggle we are currently engaging, our whole quest in this campaign is for him to be able to get a second term and do 8 years. And I think that number 8 signifies that. And so it's a very good number. Put in a lot of effort to communicate that.
Okay.
And I know that it's a number that is going to bring success and victory.
Okay, I mean, despite its significance, as you say, you've also talked about that there's some level of illiteracy. Would that number help you, in educating the voting population?
Well, I must admit that other numbers are easy for people to appreciate that than the number 8. And so, despite notwithstanding the points I've already made about what number 8 signifies, it only shows that we need to put in a lot more effort to educate voters about the position His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will be on the ballot. That's what it means. But it is not an insurmountable task at all. It is something that can easily be done.
Okay. You were talking about the EC. I'll just let you have the last word on it, that we move on to something else.
Yeah, so look, we've raised very serious issues that border on the sanctity of the electoral process, because they border on the credibility of the voters register. And you know that the bedrock of every free and fair election in the world is the credibility of the register. Once you get the register right, the job is done in terms of ensuring that the election is free and fair.
Right.
And therefore, we are determined to ensuring that the Electoral Commission produces nothing short of a credible register. And the issues we are raising are not mere allegations. They are issues backed by incontrovertible facts, which we have demonstrated to the Electoral Commission, all of which they have accepted. What we are asking for is for us to have an independent audit into the register and its IT systems to ascertain how these discrepancies happen in the first place, and to put in place practicable measures to forestall same. And once that is done, we also move to the stage where those responsible for these manipulations, these criminal acts, will be sanctioned to serve as a deterrent to others, and more importantly, produce a register that all stakeholders will have confidence in. That is all we are asking for. And if the electorate has nothing to hide, if the NPP has nothing to hide, they should be happy about an audit, because it will vindicate the integrity of the process.
In the event that
once you see that they are moving for opacity instead of transparency, then you know that they have something to hide.
That is the Electoral Commission.
Yes, and the New Patriotic Party. So we'll wait to see what the EC's response will be relative to the substance of the issues we have raised. Now, it is only after that takes place that we can say for sure whether the objective has been met. But for us as organizers, we are satisfied with the turnout and with the peaceful nature of the process. And I think that the demonstration across all the 16 regions has awakened the consciousness of the nation. It has deepened awareness on the issues we are raising, and a lot more people are getting to understand the issues. Yeah.
I know you said the demonstration was largely peaceful with the exception of what happened in the Ashanti region, but one issue that caught a lot of attention was the National Cathedral. A group of demonstrators deciding to break in to see what's really happening there. And I know you know that Raphael, the lead convener for the Fix the Country movement, has been arrested. What are your thoughts on that? Do you agree the police are doing the right thing?
No, not at all.
You don't think that
the arrest of Raphael, and I got information in the morning that he was being released. I don't know whether he's been released yet, but if he's still in custody, then it's a big shame.
Okay,
it's a very
you don't think that his act constitutes destruction of public property?
What property is that? What property?
The National Cathedral.
What? But is there a cathedral?
The fence.
A fence? What fence? I didn't see any damn fence.
He broke a fence.
No, he didn't break a fence. You see, what is happening there is, the waste of taxpayers' monies on the totally useless project, which has no positive bearing on the livelihoods of the Ghanaian people. And Raf, like all of us, is a Ghanaian. He's a taxpayer.
So you support
and so
what
if
he
if the government of the day has taken $58 million of our monies and wasted same on that hole, which has now turned into a swimming pool, okay, then you cannot say that he has engaged in any act of illegality or criminality.
Okay.
I don't think you can say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I believe you've heard a response from the NPP regarding your protest. They say that if the Electoral Commission gives into your demand and actually conducts the audit into the register, they're also going to protest. Do you think? What do you think?
What do you expect from the NPP? Because they are the beneficiaries of the manipulation of the electoral roll,
right? But
by the Electoral Commission, and so you expect them to be happy about what is happening and to do everything within their means to protect the perpetrators of the criminal manipulation of the electoral roll.
But their concern is that you claim to have identified a number of discrepancies in the voter register, but till date you haven't presented those evidences to the Electoral Commission.
Nothing could be further from the truth. The truth of the matter is that when we detected the criminal manipulation of the register and the discrepancies we are lamenting about, we wrote to the Electoral Commission and demanded for a meeting, and actually requested that the media be allowed to telecast the proceedings live. For some strange reasons, the EC did not allow that. But the meeting happened, and at that said meeting, we did a PowerPoint presentation of all the issues we had found in the 2024 provisional register.
So the EC has seen
and
your
so
evidence.
We gave them samples of the cases that we were complaining about, and in all cases, they admitted, they conceded that we were right. You understand? Of course, you cannot. We are talking about discrepancies that affect over 300,000 voters. Of course, one meeting will not be enough for you to exhaust all the issues and take the EC through the whole gamut of cases. But at least for every category of discrepancy that we raised, we presented multiple examples which they admitted. For example, when we spoke about illegal criminal transfers done by district returning officers of the Electoral Commission, we adduced evidence to substantiate the Pa̳ɪcs case, where 38 people, we've since discovered more, but at the time we had detected only 38 people who vote in Tamale South who had been transferred illegally to Pa̳ɪcs against the law because they had no notice or knowledge of the said transfers, which clearly flies in the face of Regulation 22 of CI 127, the law that governs voter transfer. And so that is a point. That is a point that the Electoral Commission.
English and I just watching some way now so emudao itimu dia o see describe a Mensa na this an any brie pa o see is no or you very arrogant or you very arrogant na or just said the NPP party no a shenity or just said the Mensa and NPP no a working bomb to rig the election. Now, so I sure Ghana Funya and say they are ahead of them. Now, Queen Bia Swambe sorry, Etia, Niama, Mensa, just only a NPP for no Quang Pafaso a regulation. No, Queen Bia Befaso a lucky lock and as a silly saa kwan ni nyina ombefa so aye ama Ghana fo nyina no enya credible and valid a register ansa na yakwa akoto aba exhibition ho ahwan no mo ye ne de omse nka hwe because errors are more identify no nka NDC for am raise concern ka register nka the eternity though register credit more no campo no na aye late nanso they managed to see all these errors ibetima ka say bia the easy delays or the register no because exhibition no na ya de be correct errors na exhibition register provisional register nse kede ma NDC for that asen nke ebe ya ebe bom om kwampa to mbo aside ahwehwem na nka mo exhibition no eso aba mfa so na so man fa e register na momentum a day before ansa na mo de register na de mom intino kwakwa yesterday exhibition no bebe wie na afide NDC for net my den akọ register ni nyina mu hu se errors ni errors ashimu masi twom inti akwa yesi akwa bia di into man for register na momentum ni se no munim boni a omedinti no mon percentage for be notify we nyina the time mo notify na ya exhibition na den ewie ampa NDC for notify na just adena banewe ansa the number of names are transferred the number of names are mudini register nim into register no and want to do a crew I will say ye probi mani meme am crew ni wo now so easy person be peneso because akwa ese ni post na akwa ese enyema boni ekoso ni nyina asa waheda tina ese ketia example say errors no more fine no or some of fine a crime errors near the if happen and you will make corrections about the error why are they first will happen or said the one can say mistakes are bound to happen because you people are human being no or say ye boamo muhian for be boamo send be a mistake are bound to happen at least a bit my manage kakra inti eye sami jenfi say days ahead no IT system because the IT position or more say nipa crampo or manage or no crampo no that person is in this government onye neutral person publicly ni madwuma no ye so I was say IT system no omuye den investigation process no crampase ono the first time crampo is am take crampo na forensic audit na den ashasi aba so these steps no on take after that if say still no chinchine twan another demonstration be the best to aswaba say sami jemfenia bri patches was stating it clear as describing how easy ni push the city and how they are going to manage to correct the errors in the register correction na the demo pa to correct the errors in the register just a register and be credible kakra na valid for to favor every individual whether you are in what political party a be favor or pa just say emma basa biamba because any panico that the nas need transfer with that unknown knowledge how nebubefu obey near my end emfata so this is ASM Jane so wa leaky all this info and actually who the gist kakra need your more actions on person made omutiki subscribe my song yes we are not like cash man you say the inside with my corner the comment section also reading do I didn't share but 100% Akroma.